Hello Taurus, welcome to this reading. My name is Zane and we're going to be taking a look at the current energy for the sign of Taurus for the middle of September. Now Taurus, do keep in mind this is a general reading, so take the messages as they resonate, drop the ones that do not, and also check out your sun, moon, and rising signs. And just as a reminder, Taurus, the only place you can get anything from me is my website, zaneintuitive.com. Make sure you're using the link below. I'll never ask you for money or ask you for a reading anywhere, either YouTube, Instagram, or email. I'll never do any of those things, so just stay alert. I also do daily content on my Instagram, so if that's your thing, definitely give me a follow there. But with all of that said, let's go ahead and get into this reading. We're going to go ahead and do a Celtic cross here. I'm going to bring this back. The last time I did that, it was good. It was well received. So now if this message resonates, please do consider hitting that like button so other people can see the video. Subscribe for future updates and drop a comment. Let me know what you think. Also want to say I'm very grateful to the people donating down below. Thank you so much for your support. I really appreciate it. So let me make sure everything's in view here, and we'll get right into this for you. And I am going to take 3 to clarify as we go along, but let's make sure everything's set up here. All right, I think that looks good enough to me. Energy on the bottom, you have the 5 of Cups. So this is potentially someone who's sitting in disappointment. Is there something here in your life where you are looking to work through? You may have had some sort of emotional situation that's keeping you feeling down or something like that. The thing is, the challenge for this person is to look on the bright side. That's truly the sort of message with the 5 of Cups, because yeah, these 3 cups here are disappointments. They're broken, they're spilled, they're empty. They're not good for them. But the thing is, they have 2 cups behind them overflowing. And so it does say to always look towards the future, always look on the bright side, because this is a temporary situation. And so just keep that in mind. We'll go ahead and put that right here. And let's go ahead and see what we have here for you. So right away in the current situation, you have the Queen of Cups. This is somebody who is a nurturer, somebody who is, I always like to say, this is the classic sort of therapist in the tarot. This is somebody who will really take time to listen to you. They'll take time to hear what you're saying and sit down with you and talk to you. It's a trusted friend or ally, somebody who will be there and work through situations for you. It's somebody who you talk to on the phone forever. So some of you may be wanting to lean on somebody like that at this time. I do see that there's potentially some sort of like anxiety or depression, or there's something like that's just having you down right now. And I guess that's just part of life sometimes. And so it might be helpful to, I would say, if you feel like something's going on with your mental health, it might not be a bad idea to reach out to somebody. Obviously, I'm not telling you what to do, but I would just take note of potentially something that's going on right now, because I also read the Queen of Cups as potentially people needing to take a rest or take breaks or do something like that. Have compassion for yourself. Like, give yourself that sort of energy of a trusted friend. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes, you got to help yourself. And so that's what I kind of feel like is going on here with the 5 of Cups and the Queen of Cups. Now, the problem is you have this 8 of Swords. Yeah, look, you're in your mind here. This is a self-imposed restriction that's getting in the way of some sort of manifestation that wants to come forward. This person here is blindfolded. They are handcuffed. They can't really see the way out. But the thing is, this sword imprisonment here is their own doing, right? They've put themselves in this situation, and they could easily get out, because just as they've put themselves in here, they also know the answer to getting out of the predicament that they found themselves in. And so it can also be just like fears right now getting in the way for some of you. You have these upper swords energies with 8, 7, and 10 of Swords, as well as the Page here. Swords is anything like mental, and so that's why I was bringing in that message around mental health or mental clarity, something like that going on here for you potentially right now. Could have been a situation with somebody that just left you feeling disappointed. In the past, yeah, there was an ending. There was an ending between you and somebody else, or an ending with a life situation, such as a job. Maybe some of you have lost a job recently. I never like talking about that in tarot readings, but it is coming forward. But the thing is, this is the best way to work through the Ten of Swords, is to realize that there's new hope on the horizon. There's something new coming in. Yes, there's an ending. Yes, there's something that may have hurt. It may have been something that you didn't think was going to end the way it did end. But the thing is, there's always new opportunities available, and this is really providing you with an opportunity to release yourself from what is no longer serving you, especially with that Eight of Swords. Perhaps you're just stuck and fear is not allowing you to move forward. So a bit of a challenging sort of thing here, sort of a introduction here, but we are going to get much better cards in the future. So you do have the Page of Swords here. So this is somebody who is potentially delivering disappointing news. This is actually what I feel like reading with this Page of Swords in this particular reading is this is somebody who's being curious about where to go next. And I do feel like some of you are getting intellectually curious about how to work through this situation here. And I do feel like that's going to serve you pretty well in this week ahead. So some of you dealing with that sort of situation at the moment. Now, that's in the future, by the way. So I feel like you're going to kind of have some sort of new information that comes in and helps you work through whatever's going on right here. Now, in the conscious, what you're aware that somebody hurt you here, okay? You're aware that somebody potentially was being deceptive. Okay, the good thing is with this showing up in the awareness, the Seven of Swords, is that you kind of have their number. It's not something that is going to keep coming back in because you're obviously aware that this person is not being honest or trustworthy with you. This is a card of deception. It could be self-deception because you do have the Eight of Swords with it, but for some reason there's something that has ended here with a person or a job situation, something like that, potentially even, that's happening. And so some of you perhaps dealing with that. It could have been with that Page of Swords. It could have been with the Queen of Cups. Those are the only two people sort of cards that I'm seeing. The Emperor could also be the one as well. But there could have we do have three people here. So I guess there could have, that's why I'm kind of picking up where I feel like there was something like a deception or some sort of ending with a person. Now you have the Emperor here in the lower row. This is your subconscious. This is what you can't see or what is hidden. And the thing is, this is really good news. This is the energy. This is, as I like to say, this is big boss energy. And so this is the idea of acting with authority, acting with integrity in your life, really kind of having those qualities about yourself here for this middle of the month. And the thing is, I do feel like perhaps you aren't giving yourself credit for the skill or the authority in which you sort of live your life here, because you have that Eight of Swords showing up in the problem position. So it's almost like perhaps there's something here. I feel like there's some sort of internal situation going on that's blocking you from this Emperor card. This could be an authority figure such as a boss or something like that, but I actually just feel like this energy wants to come out, but it's like right now you can't access it because you have that Eight of Swords in the middle. So moving forward here in the current influence, you have the Six of Pentacles. So this is a really nice card as well. This is the financial scales balancing out, tipping in your favor here. You can see the scales on the card. This is the idea that the act of giving is just as important as receiving. And, this is a really nice card if you've been owed money, or if there's been some sort of promise made to you financially that's coming back around here. So I definitely like to see this for you. This is a really nice card. It can also be good for job raises if that's something that you've been hoping for. To me, it's pretty clear that this is a financial situation that you're dealing with, that you're having trouble with at this time, with the Six of Pentacles here showing up, and what we just read here happening, how there was an ending. There's sort of this ending in your current orbit, and I think where this is being directed is financial. Potentially you're concerned about something like that right now. In the external influence, you have the Two of Pentacles. This is a change in your finances. This is juggling or fluctuating wealth. You know, you really have to read the other cards around it. Now, the fact that the Six of Pentacles is below it, this would typically be read as like money coming to you, such as a job raise or an upgrade or something like that happening, especially if it's been promised, because Two of Pentacles can go either way. It can be a gain or a loss in money. So it's definitely good that that Six of Pentacles is below it. However, we do have this loss here. So it could mean that just right now you're disappointed about something that happened in your job or the way something was shaking out in your career situation. And the idea here that I'm seeing come forward is that you are fearful of some sort of change, because the Knight of Wands is the energy of sort of, this is somebody who would, this card's very closely associated with changing residence or moving to a new location, moving to a new apartment, anything like that going on. It is somebody who's like a maverick or somebody who is skilled at multiple things. They can do a lot of different things and they're passionate about what they do. But the thing is, for you, it's something about a change or something about a move here that's restricting you. And I feel like there's fears around a change. Perhaps you got moved to a different department. Perhaps there was, you had an expectation that there would be money coming in, and that has now changed. That situation has now changed. And yeah, I feel like perhaps even some of you need to move, and it's just causing you to sort of, I'm getting this feeling of like you being locked up or something like that. Like, I don't mean like caged, but like in that like you feel restricted, like you can't move right now. It's almost like you're not sure which move to make, something like that going on here. We have, in the outcome, we have the Five of Pentacles. This is some sort of job loss, okay? This is some sort of financial loss. I typically read this as like your thoughts around scarcity, your thoughts around money. However, we have it combined with the Two of Pentacles, which is a change in finances. We have it combined with the Ten of Swords in the past, which is a loss, and somebody deceiving you, something stealing from you. There was so there's something here where someone lost a job, I feel like, and you're now kind of picking up the pieces here with that Five of Cups. What I would like to remind you, because I really try to spread a positive message in all of my readings, especially when we get a challenging one like this, what I would remind you of is that no one can control your thoughts, and it's really up to you. If you want to, I know it's hard when you're like going through job changes and job losses and everything like that, but if you keep your thoughts abundant and you keep your thoughts positive, it will open up energy to bring in new opportunities. It's like as long as you can try to maintain a higher vibration, you're going to attract those things into your life at this time. So there was either someone lost a job or there was something that didn't come as quickly as you were hoping, and this is causing some sort of disappointment. Let's clarify this. Let's pull these three clarifiers. Okay, you have the Ace of Cups, something new coming in, some sort of new happiness coming in, breaking you out of this disappointment here. I really like to see this come forward for you when we have such a challenging reading. Yep, now we have the Page of Pentacles. This is a money offer or a job offer, some sort of offer in the material realm or the material world. And you have it with the Nine of Wands too, which is telling you to not give up. Okay, this is not a time to stop doing what you're doing. This is not a time to be hesitant or reserved or shy. This is coming. Okay, you have the Ace of Pentacles and the Page of Pentacles. I'm really glad to see those cards clarifying this. There is an opportunity here. Okay, there is something coming. What I now feel like, now that we've clarified this, this loss has happened already. Like, you're working past that. And now you're manifesting this Page of Pentacles, this Ace of Cups, this new opportunity or this new offer. It's going to make you a lot happier. The thing is, don't get discouraged here. I know it's easier said than done, but with this Nine of Wands, it's telling you to keep pushing forward, to keep going. Let's go ahead and pull a few angel cards, angel messages here, and let's see what wants to come forward for you to help with this situation, to help clarify this even more. Let's see what we have here. Okay. Success, look, this is coming. This is on the horizon here. You're getting this opportunity. There's something here that I feel like you've been in a lower state right now. Like you've dipped into low vibration, which is totally normal when you go through something like a job loss. And the thing is, this is the confirmation that there's something coming in. Compromise. Okay, you may need to move. You may need to move to a new place, or it may mean that you need to travel a greater distance for this new opportunity. You may even need to take a lower paying job, like a slightly lower, something like that. I'm not advocating that you lower your standards or anything, but I'm saying like, or it might not even be lower paying because you have the Page of Pentacles with the Ace of Cups and the Six of Pentacles. What it might be is it might be in something that you're not used to doing. And then, yeah, just trust that the universe is providing for you along the way. It's very hard to get into that mode, but this is a very important part of this reading here, okay? What I was trying to say earlier is if you can just get into that energy of trusting, you're going to become a vibratory match with opportunities coming in. And so I definitely like to see those cards come forward. Let's go ahead and pull some Kipper as well here and see what Kipper cards want to come forward for you, Taurus. All right. Unexpected income. See, here it is. It's coming in. Child. Imprisonment. What was I saying? I feel like you were just like, we have that sword imprisonment with the Eight of Swords. Now we have that card coming in once again. We have thoughts, wealthy man, and toil and labor. So I do feel like you're going to have an opportunity to return to work if you've been out of work for a while. It could mean that the stress is that there's a child in the mix, and that's totally understandable, where it's like you're trying to make ends meet here. And I would strongly encourage you to notice the times in your life if you feel like you're getting desperate, or if you feel like you're getting into like major modes of discouragement. I would really take a look at those and just try to switch your thoughts from negative to positive at this time. It sounds woo-woo, it sounds whatever, but it really does make a difference, and it does change your vibration, which then brings in similar vibrations to you. So thoughts are important here. As I've been saying, you're going to have an opportunity to work in the future, and there is some sort of unexpected investment or money paying off here. It probably is coming in the form of a new job. So thank you for being here. If you enjoyed this, hit that like button, subscribe, check out my website, zaneintuitive.com. Consider becoming a Patreon. I will see you in the next one.